How are we going to receive our Judge XL? Well, it's going to come in a box just like this. Open that box up and you're going to see you got an owner's manual and a lens cleaning cloth. All the great features are inside that owner's manual. Warranty information, how to zero, all that great stuff. But we are going to go over the features here in just a second. Right next to it, you guys are going to see you got some tools, a Torx head, and a standard wrench. And then next to that, you're going to see you've got 4 different thread pitches, 3 screws to each thread pitch. And then, of course, the sweet, lovely looking Judge XL. Now guys, we're going to go into the features next. And after that, we're going to start a torture test. Because this thing is awesome. I love it. Let's go over the features of the Judge XL from Gideon Optics. It fits on any RMSC footprint. The lens on it is 22.5 by 28 millimeters. The dot itself is a 6 MOA dot. You can get in either red or green. You'll make that choice when you order it. It has 10 brightness settings, 8 daytime, 2 nighttime. Another cool feature the Judge XL has is Shake Awake. After 225 seconds, it'll shut off. Any little motion turns it right back on in milliseconds at the last brightness setting you had it set at. It has a side-loading 1632 battery, giving you tens of thousands of hours out of that battery life. It is IPX7 water and shock proof. It can withstand up to 1200 Gs of shock. It is made of 7075 T6 aircraft grade aluminum. Windage and elevation are 45 MOA of adjustments each, giving you a full 90 MOA of adjustment. When you are zeroing the Judge XL, each click is 1 MOA. Parallax free up to 33 yards. Your deck height is 8.5 millimeters, and it weighs 1.25 ounces with the battery. And last but not least, guys, it's backed by Gideon Optics limited lifetime warranty. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this bad boy onto the torture test. Now we're into the torture test portion of it. We are starting the torture test on the Judge XL here. Show you guys that it is working. There you go. That is just an awesome, awesome sight. I love this sight, guys. All right, got a 5-gallon bucket of water full to the top, as you guys can see right there. Yes, we have another optic in there soaking already, but let's go ahead and give him a buddy. There we go. See you guys in 1 hour. 1 hour later, let's see how the XL Judge is doing. Woo-wee. Get it good and shake it off. Still working. Onto the freezer. The Judge XL from Gideon Optics. Show you guys that it is working. Boom, there it is. Great big window. Love that window. Let's go ahead and get it in the freezer and get its time started. We're just going to put it right here by the storm, as you guys can see. Yeah, let's put it right there. That way they're in a little bit different area. There you go. All right. See you guys in 1 hour. Just over an hour later, let's see how the Judge XL is doing here. Oh, there we go. All right. Well, I don't know if you guys can see it. It looks to be working. There we go. I had to clean off the frost, but yep, there we go. Working. Onto the oven. All right, 170. As you guys can hear, we just made our temp. Here is the XL, Judge XL. Show you it's working. Whoops, there it is. All right. Into the oven, right next to the storm. There we go. See you in an hour. 1 hour later, let's check this XL Judge out and see how this bad boy is going. Here we go. A little hot. Oh. Still working. Let's get it on a firearm and get out to the range. Gideon Optics, Judge XL. Again, thanks to JSD Supply for supplying us this Patmos slide. Glock 48, guys, going over to JSD Supply. Pick yourself up some sweet, sweet products over there. All right, let's get into the torture test. Oh, that was way off. All right, we're just sighting in the Judge XL on the little 48, Glock 48X. Let's see. All right, we look low, maybe to the left. Just to show you guys that it is sighted in, we got 3 rounds going for the 6-inch gong. Go ahead and see what we get. All 3 hit the gong. Kind of looks low and to the right. I may make a quick adjustment, but we're good to go. So now we're out here at the range testing out the XL Judge. This thing's pretty sweet, guys. I gotta say, Gideon Optics, you did a great job. Before we get too far into it, I just want to show you guys what it looks like through the optic itself. There's what it looks like through the optic itself. Let's go ahead and just throw a few rounds downrange. If we hit anything, great. If not, awesome. Let's see. Let's just go for that one right there. All right, now you guys can see what it looks like for yourself. All right, gun is empty. Nothing in the chamber, nothing in the mag well. Drop the slide, drop the firing pin. All right, first torture test we always do. Well, not always, but it's been kind of a thing we've done since Uncle Dan told us we needed to do it. And that is a rubber chicken beatdown. You know, if anything ever died on this, we'd be in trouble, but it's something we got to do, right? All right, we got 3 rounds in this mag. This camera right over here should be able to see it. And let's go. We've got 3 rounds, that's it. 6-inch target. Good to go. Gun's open, gun's empty. On to the next test. We're on the next test, show you nothing's in the chamber. Magwell's empty. Drop the slide, drop the firing pin. All right, the next test we're gonna do is a water bottle beatdown. Now, I'm not the one who made this famous. 704 Tactical did, and everybody seems to copy him, so why not me, right? Leave a comment in the comments down below if you guys think this is stupid or whatnot. You know, I've never seen anything go bad because of a water bottle beatdown, but there's always a first, right? All right. 3 rounds, again. This camera will catch it. We're going for the 6-inch target, again. Good to go. Gun's empty, mag's out. On to the next test. Again, chamber's empty, mag well's empty. Drop the slide, drop the firing pin. Here we go. We're just gonna rack it off of whatever we can find. I'm not gonna say how many times, just however many times we feel like. That's off our belt. Off our boot. All right. Not great for balance. Let's load it up. This camera again is gonna catch it. 6-inch gong target. Let's see. That was on me, that first one. I felt a little bit of a pull and I could see where I hit the wood itself. All right, empty mag, empty chamber. On to the next test. So real quick before we get started, nothing in the chamber, nothing in the mag well. Drop the slide, drop the firing pin. Now if you're new to this channel and you haven't seen this, this is where we do the rock torture test. We drop it 3 times on the rock. I just want to say, it's pretty funny. There's people out there that say, oh, this is improbable, you'll never have this happen. It's funny if you think you know what you're going to be doing in a gunfight. I've seen guys drop their guns just out at the range, on rocks, on concrete, in the driveway. So to say that this isn't going to happen in a gunfight, I beg to differ. And if you know what's going to happen in a gunfight, you've already lost the gunfight. All right, that being said, let's go ahead and I'm going to start with right as you're pulling it out of the holster and drop it. So from about hip height, we're going to drop it. Any damage I'll bring up and show you guys. We'll fire 3 rounds between each drop just to see if it's lost 0. All right, 3, 2, 1. Nothing there at all. There's where we took a little bit of the hit. Glass is still clear. Come back up here to the rock. 6-inch plate up there. Here we go. Slow down. Yep. Once I slow down, I can hit it. All right. Empty mags out. Put the round back in the empty gun. We'll just rack it a few times, show it's empty. Drop the slide, drop the firing pin. All right. Third drop is from your shoulder, about shoulder height. We're just going to go straight down. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Nothing again. We hit kind of about the same area, but a little further back. First one was more on the head here. Now we're kind of hit more of the center. And as you guys can see, hopefully, glass is clear. All right. 3 rounds, 6-inch target. We have lost 0. I can tell you we have lost 0. Let's get another mag real quick. I can see that it's going a little low. Let's go for the A-zone silhouette target. Yep. All right, back to the, I see where it's hitting at. Yep, we have lost 0. It is now shooting high. I don't know. Don't know if I want to say that's a loss or not. Let me go ahead and see if I can make an adjustment real quick. All right, so I want to show you guys something. I'm too low, so I need to bring my point of impact up, and I have ran out of room to adjust this up anymore. Let's see where we are hitting with it. I'm able to hit that circle if I hold the dot about 1 inch high over that circle. So we have lost 0 on this, unfortunately. I cannot bring my point of impact up anymore. We're going to drop it a 3rd time just for the heck of it, see if we can shatter it. But we have lost 0, and I cannot get this to re-zero at all. I don't have enough room or enough adjustment in it. We just cleared the gun. So again, just in case you missed it. Firing pin, slide, all that stuff. Great. Now, the one thing I will say that I like about this is I can almost co-witness my factory height sights. Almost. So we're just going to use the factory height sights to prove a point here. And I'll talk about that point after we're done dropping it for a 3rd time. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And this time we did shatter the glass. So this time we hit right over here. You guys can see. And boom, we popped the glass, we shattered it. I kind of have a feeling that's what was going on earlier. But I want to show something, I want to prove something here. I've already shown you guys that I cannot zero this anymore. But I'm going to use my iron sights the best that I can. Yeah, when I look through this now, my dot, I can see my iron sights barely. And the dot's not even on the screen anymore. So, this thing's completely off now. Anyway. Just goes to prove 2 is 1, 1 is none. Even if the glass cracks, shatters, unzeros, whatever, your iron sights are important to have on your gun. All right, final thoughts. All right, empty the gun, make sure it's out. Chamber check, everything's good. Mag's out. Slide, firing pin. All right, let's go over the optic itself real quick. As you guys can see right up here, it did not hold up. We kind of shattered it right up there in the corner. Again, it's kind of odd. As I was firing it, I could see the green dot kind of moving itself back down and towards the center, but basing it off my iron sights, I can tell you it's still not zeroed. So again, 2 is 1, 1 is none. That's why you want to have iron backup sights to any optic you have. Now, I didn't expect this to hold up. This is more of a competition sight. EDC wise, it might be all right. I don't know if I'd bet my life on it. Simple fact is, I know, like I said earlier, there's a lot of you guys out there that want to say, oh, it's not probable you'll ever drop the gun on concrete. Yeah, but if you know what's going to happen in a gunfight, you've lost it already. Plain and simple. You don't know what's going to happen. You could get shot in the hand, shot in the arm, and drop the gun and have to pick it up with the other arm. You could, anything could happen. I don't know. Pick a scenario and that could happen, and that could cause you to drop your gun. Hell, you could get out of the truck and just happen to fall out of your holster. You could drop it off the workbench, whatever. So it is probable, it could happen, and it does happen. I can't say I've never dropped my gun on concrete before. Besides out here at the range, I've done it unintentionally before. It does happen. So, Gideon Optics, unfortunately, this did not pass a torture test. It's probably one of the worst ones, which is to be expected. Me and Bob, we kind of talked, and Bob goes, that thing's going to break, not hold up. But we wanted to make sure we had a good big window, and that's what they did. Gideon Optics gave you guys the big window you wanted. What we got was a big window for an ARM-SC footprint, and it works decent. I like Gideon Optics. We have coupon codes for all of their products. Delta 10 at checkout. You've been seeing it on the screen this whole time. So if you use that coupon code, it'll get you 10% off over at JSD Supply or Gideon Optics. Now again, thanks to JSD Supply for sponsoring the Patmos slide that we ran out here a little bit earlier. It did fine. It did great. We had a few little hiccups, but we got to still break it in. It is what it is. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. Leave a comment in the comments down below. Follow me on social medias. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't even play doctor on my own YouTube channel, but I think you're probably mentally incompetent. That'd probably be it, yeah. Thanks for shooting the breeze with me, guys. We'll see you next time.